Hello, it's Robert Miner with Dynamic Traders Group with this week's brief video on DT trade strategies for the week beginning April 12th, this Monday. I was off last week, didn't have a video update last week, but I hope you've been listening to these videos and you've been learning something. You can apply what you learn here to any market in any time frame, whether you trade the specific market that we talk about or not. We've got a couple upcoming setups, potentially at least, for this upcoming week. We're going to talk about briefly, of course, if you're a subscriber to our DT reports. This is just a few minutes, an excerpt from what is usually about a 20 to 30 minute video we do for all of the markets, all the major markets at least. And then, of course, we update every day of the week so we can tell you exactly when that trade setup is complete and there's a specific trade strategy you can have to take advantage of the information. Okay, let's take a look at two of our favorites this week, the Euro and the ES, or the stock indexes. This is the Euro weekly data and a big dual look back bullish reversal in the weekly data this week. We've probably completed a weekly low, and that's fairly significant. Ought to be sideways to up for at least 2 to 3 weeks. However, daily momentums just finished day 5 or day 6 of being dual look back overbought, and they made a bear reversal as of Friday. So more than likely we've completed a daily high right in our time target for that high, April 8th or 9th, that's Thursday or Friday, should be followed by a 3 to 5 day corrective decline. So here's the real setup in the days ahead, and it'll probably be made before the end of this coming week. As number one, if you're a short-term trader, you should be looking at some short trades over the next 2 to 3 or 4 days. But the real setup will come probably near the end of this coming week when we make the next daily momentum bull reversal that will probably complete a corrective decline, and then the daily and the weekly momentums will be in sync for a multiple time frame continuation of the weekly bull trend to above this past week's high. So that's going to be a great setup. One, it's a great setup on the short side. We need a trigger during the day early next week, but that'll only be a 2 or 3 or 4 day sideways to down trade. The real one, again, will be by the end of the week, probably on the upside. Well, here's the 240-minute data, and this is just to show you that this advance is what we call in Elliott wave terms impulsive. It should not be a completed correction. Should be what we call wave A up, and that decline is telling you about that is likely to last a few days, will be a wave B correction followed by a wave C to a new high, new recent high at least. So just a trade below Friday's low indicates that this advance is complete and we're beginning the corrective decline. So here's another one of our favorites, the ES. This is the daily data. And as of Friday was a big up day, especially near the last hour of the day. That a lot of people are going to get really bullish because of that. However, it's just the opposite. We are probably at near or maybe even completed at least a daily, potentially a weekly high. The daily momentums have been dual look back overbought for several days, and look at where this high came. It came up and it tagged the upper channel line, very important, particularly given that the daily momentums have been overbought for a few days. It closed right at the 100% alternate price projection of this advance from this low. And that's about the same as the 100% alternate price projection of this advance also. But this is real key. That would typically be about the maximum, and it would closed a little bit above the 162% external retracement of this decline, which again would be one of those targets that would be near the extreme, likely on the upside before he completed at least a daily high. But here's the kicker. The kicker is a textbook 5-wave advance into this high. So we got time, price, pattern. It's all together right here. Chart geometry, everything as of the high Friday, and 2 key time factors. So we should be, if we haven't completed the high on Friday, I suspect we'll complete it Monday or Tuesday at the latest. Here's the 15-minute data, and here's why I suspect it's completed as of the end of the day Friday. As you know, we don't forecast. We identify conditions with a high probability follow through and when with acceptable capital exposure. Well, now if we're looking at a potential daily high, which also could be a potential weekly high, we go down to intraday data. Here's where we are as of the end of the day on Friday. Here's that. This is just 15-minute data coming up from the low on Friday in the morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The spike up. There was some news that happened here. Tell you the truth, I don't even know what the news was. I don't follow the news. I hear about it after the fact. But if I'm just looking at this from a pattern standpoint and a time standpoint and a price and momentum, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Friday's high was just a couple points short of the 100% alternate price projection of the net range of waves 1 through 3 from the wave 4 low. So given the higher time frame targets, we've met the lower time frame targets. A trade below 40.9925 on the ES would indicate not just a short-term high, but at least a high lasting several days, sideways to down, and a potential, I'm even going to say probability for a weekly high that would be at least 2 to 3 weeks high. So we'll see. Again, it's not a forecast. It's just a trade strategy. So great trade setup if we trade below 40.9925 for a short trade or ETF bear markets, that sort of thing, bear ETFs. So that's what we're looking for early this week. Now, what if it continues higher? Well, nothing voids that we're at time, price, and momentum to complete that daily high, which is should coincide with a weekly high. We'll just have to look at a different specific trade strategy that would indicate when the high is complete. So be on your toes early next week. And of course, if you're interested in these markets, you're interested in what you learn on these videos, check out our DT reports, because we update all of this every day at the end of each market day. So if anything changes, we can let you know. Well, that's it for today. Please get your vaccination shots when you get the opportunity to do that. Keep safe. We're getting near the end of this major problem, but there's a ways to go yet, and we want to keep everybody healthy between now and the weeks ahead, and we all get vaccinated. Robert Miner, over and out for today. Take care.